welcome to TWF Power or Might. I am Mike Lane, here with Renee Young and with Paul E. Dangerously. And today on Power or Might, we're going to see the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings on stake when Bianca Belair takes on Asuka. Now I understand Mike Lane says that Asuka is or was a TWF 24/7 fighter, but since she's going to go for another winning, she has to yield the other winning up, which I believe she already did. Yes, Renee Young said Asuka was a free-time TWF 24/7 fighter. She had to yield that up, Renee Young says, to go for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings. You ever heard a thing called double fighter? Paulie Dangerously says. The TWF did it many times in their past, you know, when they had someone be a double fighter and win both winnings, you know. So I can't see why Asuka cannot be the TWF 24/7 fighter and the TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter. It can be done, you know. Alright, Renee Young, alright, Gail Kim says. Asuka wants to fight Alright, Bianca Belair. Today, I got some good news, I got some bad news. Good news is, well, you're wrestling here today. Well, how can that be bad news? It's only bad news, Bianca, since you're going to be fighting Asuka. So that wouldn't make it bad news. Well, Bianca Belair says, I don't mind that. You know, I don't really mind that much. I'll put my TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings on stake here today. And you, Asuka, you're the TWF 24/7 fighter, and you have to yield up that winnings. But then I'm thinking, no, I'll let Astronema, I'll let Baron Corbin and Astronema and Hunter Hearst Helmsley and Xena, I'll let them come up with what they want to do with that one. I already yielded up the TWF 24/7 winnings already, so I can wrestle this bitch. Alright, so now I'm a bitch now, Asuka. Is that it, huh? So I'm a bitch now, huh? Well, here comes the fight, Lord, Gail Kim says. We can have this match be done now. Well, this is for the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings. First, we have Asuka, and she is the TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter, Bianca Belair. Now, Bianca Belair and WWE held the Women's Heavyweight winnings held the Raw Women's Heavyweight winnings at least almost 2 years. But it came to an end. She's going to pick up Asuka now. Oh, Asuka just spit right in her ear. What is that stuff? Oh, I don't know, Mike Lane said. Can that even be lawful in a wrestling ring? Well, it's not lawful in wrestling at all, Renee Young said. It's wouldn't be lawful in any sport or any non-sport. And it looks like this is not going to be good at all, Renee Young said. Bianca Belair is strong. I don't think she'll yield to Asuka, Mike Lane said. If she doesn't yield to her, Paulie Dangerously says, then by all means she'll get all the onlook she wants. Ding, ding. Oh, here is your winner and the new TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter, Asuka. And Asuka won the TWF Women's Heavyweight winnings for the 4th time, making Asuka a 4-time TWF Women's Heavyweight fighter on top of being a 1, 2, 3, 4-time women's tag team fighter, a 1-time TWF heavyweight fighter, and a 3-time TWF 24/7 fighter. Mike Lane said, yeah, somehow, someway, Renee Young said Asuka did it. She had it be unlawful by spitting in Bianca Belair's lair, whatever she did to her, Renee Young says. I tell you what, Paulie Dangerously says, give Asuka all the onlook she wants. Because at the end of the day, she's gonna get on look, or she's gonna beat it out of everyone. Paulie dangerously says she's starting to live back to what she was back in the day. This is the former WWE NXT Women's Heavyweight Fighter. It is a three-time WWE Raw Women's Heavyweight Fighter, a one-time WWE SmackDown Women's Heavyweight Fighter, and this is a three-time WWE Women's Tag Team Fighter with 3 tag mates or teammates. And now Michael Cole's in the ring now to talk with Asuka now. All right, Asuka, you are now the TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter for the 4th time here in the TWF. You did not do it the onlooked way. Sadly, what you did is you did something that in any other sport or even non-sport would be seen as unlawful. So what happened from you wanting to have onlook from us, from showing onlook and getting onlook? Well, first off, Jonathan Coachman, what did that get me? Where did all that onlook get me? Nowhere. Everyone, I won a lot of matches and I started having a losing. I was besmirched. And those onlookers, seers, and watchers didn't really do nothing for me. So at the end of the day, I did what I had to do to become the 4-time TWF Women's Heavyweight Fighter. And at the end of the day, who gives a rat's rear about onlook? Well, we all know, Asuka, that you are not going to get any onlook from anyone. But if you want fear, you will get fear from some. But don't mistake fear for onlook. Alright, back to you as me, Jonathan Coachman, with Asuka. Back to you, Mike Lane. Thank you, Jonathan Coachman, for talking with Asuka here today on Power or Might. And that's all the time we got here for Power or Might. I am Mike Lane for Renee Young and Paulie Dangerously. We hope you like Power or Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw or Alone Day Night Raw.